I've got some awesome altcoin timeline data to share with you. So if you're like, are we on track? Are we on pace? Are altcoins going to see a next leg up? Are altcoins going to break all-time high? Are my lower caps going to go parabolic? This chart, I think, is such a nice, bullish, simple piece of data that I want to look at. I want to look at Ethereum. It continues to be the leading indicator for that move. I want to take a quick glance, not spend too much time on it. And XRP on the weekly chart right now, a higher high bull market target that I want to discuss, and the shorter term charts for XRP, suggestive of the next leg up for all of altcoin. I'm using this as my altcoin indicator as well. And then ADA. ADA right now setting up just an incredible looking inverse head and shoulders. I want to dig into the shorter term time frame on ADA and just talk about the price action. What ADA needs to do on the short term to start continuing this move to the upside towards 150 and towards $2 ultimately for that next leg up. Hit the subscribe, hit the like on the way in. Let's just jump into the video. I want to start here with total crypto market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, and just point out how on pace crypto is right now. If you look at Bitcoin halving right here, 2024, around 267 days post Bitcoin halving, where are we? First off, I want to just make a note. We've broken all-time high very briefly on this chart, but we're going to use the last all-time high as kind of this reference point. So we're 267 days post Bitcoin halving, and we are right now around, we've broken the all-time high already. Around 17% from last all-time high right now. But we're in this consolidation range. Last cycle at this moment, just to give you an idea, 267 days after the Bitcoin halving, we're like right around here. We weren't 17% away from all-time high. We were around 80% away from breaking all-time high. So that gives you a sense of how ahead of the game and how on pace altcoin markets are right now. Notice how quick, though, after 267 days, this move happened. We broke all-time high. But when it was doing that break, when it was breaking all-time high, notice what it was doing. Broke all-time high, big dip in this consolidation range right here. And you can go and you can look at that dip right there was, I think, over 30%. It was over 30% dip on the altcoin market cap before going higher. And what does that remind you of? Well, we just tested all-time high, right? Sooner than it happened last cycle. And we're in a dip of consolidation in that range. This is exactly what happened last cycle, almost at this exact same moment. Not a 30% dip, though, a 16% dip so far. So this is where we are right now. Altcoin market cap's looking very nice. I know I'm working with the daily chart here, but it gives you a very quick glimpse in a very simple way without just getting too much data involved. Like, hey, this is exactly what altcoin market caps were doing last cycle. And not only that, it looks a little stronger. Let's pivot over to Ethereum. A whale bought 10,000 ETH worth, $31.5 million on Binance after the market dump. Wonder why that is, everybody. Not only that, they have deposited another $9 million worth of USDT on Binance to probably buy more ETH. Whales loading up aggressively. ETH is going to 10K in a few months. Why are whales buying? Why are whales buying ETH? Because if you've been in this space for any amount of time, especially throughout a cycle or two, you can see the chart. People calling for the top of a bull market in an environment where not only, and I know I say this, I've been saying this a lot lately, everybody, but we have to pay attention to this. This isn't because I'm an ETH holder for this bull cycle. I cover ETH because, especially for lower caps, what Ethereum does next, what we see lower caps do is going to be far more powerful. So I'm very much tracking this chart. But Ethereum hasn't even not only broken all-time high, it's not even broken the previous swing high out of the bear market. There's just straight up midterm accumulation and long-term accumulation has been happening. The top of the bull market, at least for Ethereum, not even close. Target to the upside out of this inverse head and shoulders around $7,000. That's the next leg up for Ethereum. You'd be surprised how fast Ethereum out of nowhere can just make a move like that. You can even just look at this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-week move back here in February of 2024. And you can, I know that's a terrible fractal on this weekly chart to take, but I'm just saying, a move like this can begin out of nowhere and all of a sudden Ethereum's at 5,000 and you can see the trajectory to 7,000 can happen, maybe not in that exact 5 green candle move, but it can happen fast. So Ethereum to double and Ethereum to go to a $7,000 target can happen out of nowhere, okay? And that could trigger the next leg up for altcoins, and lower market cap coins are just going to be outperforming Ethereum probably in a move like that. Maybe Ethereum has its own little moment to make the move, but once the move is over, lower cap's going to just do very well. XRP, everybody. Another one on this in this video where I'm not like, XRP is not the bull market play for me, but you better believe it is a bull market indicator for me for ADA, which we're about to look at, and other lower cap coins, especially my meme coins. So XRP, obviously we have this kind of consolidation, symmetrical triangle. We got the breakout. I want to take a look at that in just a minute. But what I wanted to point out is this new piece of data. I've been tracking, many other people have been, I don't know, but I just saw this as I was setting up the video. I took the first bull market high to the bear market swing low, and I plotted this first orange line, this 1618 line, higher high area on the Fibonacci. And I was like, you know what? That area probably would have been the bull market high last cycle for XRP, the higher high area. We'd have this trend line in play probably right now. It didn't happen. SEC stepped in, attacked XRP. XRP still managed to put in some type of bull market, but not as powerful as I think it could have been. But that's around a $5.30 XRP. Now, I took that and I said, if that happens and XRP hit that area into a bear market, so swing high to swing low, the next higher high area, interestingly enough, is this blue line up here. This is the third cycle, higher high 1618. And notice where it is. Obviously, it is around, $8 to $9, but it's around $500 billion market cap. This is exactly what we've been talking about on this YouTube channel anyway, the target for XRP that is very realistic for this cycle. And this could be the trajectory that XRP goes into this bull cycle to $500 billion, the third cycle, higher high 1618. And if the SEC never attacked XRP, maybe we would have had a chart that was kind of like this, right? And that's what it's looking like. But here we are. Doesn't matter what happened last cycle. The data is the data. I think we can definitely chart this third cycle higher high, and that is a target for me for XRP this bull cycle. But in terms of the next leg up for altcoins and even ADA and just lower caps like meme coins and stuff, XRP is continuing to be a very helpful just chart to look at. So what I wanted to point out on this chart is, yes, we have a symmetrical triangle. We broke out of the symmetrical triangle, even revisited the 20-day moving average, which is confluent with the upper trend line. Really nice move right there. It's not broken all these previous swing highs, so we have to be careful. There's a lot of resistance right where XRP is right now. But that next target out of this symmetrical triangle is around 360. But the biggest thing I'm watching right now is this area right here. It is around, it's not far, 7 to 8% or something, $2.70. If XRP starts making that move to this area, if it breaks and starts making higher, or I should say closing daily green candles above this area, that's a big deal for me on this chart, and I think will be a great signal for all of altcoins if XRP can make that move. We're looking at around $2.75 or so, highest candle close. Now, that's on this chart. If you go all the way back 2 cycles ago and we look at these candles back here, this was happening in 2018 of January. That's what we're looking to see if XRP can start closing above, because now XRP on this chart will start going into this kind of price discovery. It's got to get to all-time high areas, obviously, but this will be uncharted territory for XRP on this chart as far as candles go. And if we get into this territory above this yellow line, I think that's going to be a big signal for altcoins. So let's pivot over to Cardano and talk about Cardano charts. Before I do, shout out to I Trust Capital, everybody. I want to say something. Yes, buy and sell crypto within your IRA. That's their product. That's their feature. I just want to say, out of a 4-year cycle, any time of a cycle, this product and the features I think are very beneficial, and you can find benefits anytime in the cycle. But where we are, especially at this moment of the cycle, the power of a crypto IRA right now, if you're a long-term macro investor like I am, if we're looking at things like Ethereum charts potentially going to $10,000, $15,000 to the upside, if we're in an environment where altcoins are making moves like this, having a crypto IRA in the fourth year, the golden year of a 4-year cycle, being able to pivot an altcoin, say you have Ethereum and we're at 10,000 and you're like, man, I want to pivot some to Bitcoin because I don't know when the top will be, but if we're going to fall into some type of consolidation or bear market, I want to pivot into Bitcoin or even USD. To pivot as a macro-minded investor with no tax consequence within your IRA, it, to me, is the most powerful feature. And there are many powerful features of the product. But I trust offering the best crypto IRA and just such an awesome reputation. Hit the link below if you don't have one. Hit open an account. Use my link. And just, you see how easy the form is to create the account and get started. Go set one up, everybody. Appreciate iTrust for sponsoring this video. Let's cruise over. I want to talk about this. You can see, so this is Bitcoin OS timeline. They're just, retweeting stuff. But I noticed that they actually retweeted Cardano Whale. Cardano won't win the Bitcoin liquidity game the traditional way. We won't suddenly see 10K BTC bridged over. No, it'll be direct dApp wallet integration, one wallet with native support for both. Look at this. Put the BTC straight into a dApp, earn yield, borrow against it in the Cardano wallet. You imagine that? Moving Bitcoin to a Cardano wallet and you earning yield with Cardano dApps? That is what I'm talking about. I wanted to bring this up because Bitcoin OS has been kind of talking about Cardano again. If you just scroll on their timeline in recent days, they are talking about Cardano again. If you remember the Bitcoin Cardano integration, Bitcoin OS was getting a really nice narrative going about the integration. And once again, I think they're starting to, and I wanted to take note of that because I think this is one of the biggest narratives. We like to talk about USDC and things like that, but this is one of the biggest narratives for Cardano. Just look at this. Thanks to BOS and Cardano and other chains, Bitcoin won't make the same mistakes. Ripple stablecoin, RLUSD, Cardano narrative is big. This one is big. I wanted to make note of that as we start looking at Cardano chart. So here we are. Still 5 days, 8 hours left of the Cardano weekly chart. How is this green candle going to close? We're going to look at the daily chart, shorter term price action and what's going on right now. But I did want to look at the weekly chart just to kind of give a sense. Everybody, it's exactly what we just looked at on the total crypto market cap chart. We're around 266 days post Bitcoin halving, this yellow line. If we go to last cycle, and this is really what I wanted to show, not having much to do with the inverse head and shoulders that's there, but last cycle post Bitcoin halving, and this is a weekly, so I don't even know if it's the exact amount of days, but right around 259 days, this is the candle where ADA broke the bull market door. So I like to give these time frame updates every once in a while to see where we are. And 259 days after Bitcoin halving, Cardano broke the bull market door area. And you see this consolidation all within the range. And we've been talking about this range, the bull market door for Cardano last cycle. And here's the Cardano bull market door this cycle. We're consolidating. It's a little bit different of consolidation. But look, 266 days. So yeah, this would have been the week right here. If ADA did exactly what it did last cycle to break out of this bull market door area, it would have been this candle, but it wasn't. And to me, I'm not going to be worried because we're like a week off, or even if we ended up being a month off or something. My point is, when you look at how on track this is, because this is multi-year, this is multi-cycle stuff, and down to the day, basically, we are consolidating within the same exact range we were consolidating last time this cycle. So I wanted to make note of that. And I think more powerfully so, everybody, we just had this move, the 20 crossing above the 50, right? On this chart, the 20 just crossed above the 50. We're consolidating above all moving averages, including the 200. So we have to allow this consolidation to continue happening. And I think the question for me, we have the target out of the inverse head and shoulders. If we get this right shoulder set up, next target is around 170 to start testing that neckline. I mean, unless we actually test it very soon, sooner than later, $1.50 is kind of that area right now if we just have a parabolic week in the next week or two for ADA. But if it's like a slow move up, Maybe we don't get there till March. I don't know. But maybe we get there January. It's $1.50 to $1.70 is that upper neckline. And that's just the beginning, right? It's the breakout that we want to see that leads us to our $5, $6, $7 range targets. And really it's the $7 range, $7 to $8 target range for ADA out of that inverse head and shoulders. That's not the bull market target. That's just this structured target move. If we go to the short term though, choppy waters might still be in store. And that's really what I want to talk about as well, is because here's the right shoulder setup. It would be amazing if we can just do this, right? We even have a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders within this right shoulder. If ADA can just make its way to $1.10, break out of that inverse head and shoulders neckline, the target is around $1.50. We could be at that neckline sooner than later, right? Breaking this really big neckline area up here of this bigger inverse head and shoulders. But I don't know. I don't know how long this current consolidation is going to last. One thing I'm monitoring is the 20 and the 50, how ADA is interacting with them. I want to see ADA get above the 50-day moving average. It's around $1.02. So it's like same as last cycle. If we go back here, are we going to just see like choppy watered consolidation around $1? I don't know. Is there going to be kind of a resistance area at $1 this cycle? First thing ADA needs to do is at 20 or the 50-day moving average $1.02, because if you look at consolidation for ADA, what we want to happen is what basically happened back here in December 2023. We fell into 2024 consolidation. The 20 fell below the 50 and just made us move right back above the 50, and ADA went and put in a higher high. That's what we want to see right now. So if that move were to happen right now, it would start really cruising to the upside now. But there's instances where Cardano just takes longer to consolidate, right? And we get these moves, the 20 above the 50, below the 50, above the 50, below the 50, above the 50. And maybe it's going to be like that, right? And where we're just kind of choppy waters, we're sideways, people are getting faked out, we're testing the lower end of the bull market doors, 70, right around 75 cents. We're bouncing around all here, and it's just choppy waters. I don't know what the setup will look like, but this is why I'm looking at charts like Ethereum. Do we start getting a powerful move on Ethereum charts or XRP charts before a move on the ADA charts? Oftentimes that happens. Maybe ADA is the first one to make the move. Either way, I'm looking at altcoin markets in general. I'm keeping my eye on the markets to see where's momentum leading. And are we getting hints of bullish moves across the board? So this is kind of my analysis today as things are just still consolidating. We had a very volatile day yesterday for crypto, but going to continue tracking all of these things. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, everybody. I appreciate you watching. Hit the subscribe, hit that like if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless.